Hello everyone, and welcome to my tutorial video on the James Charles Morphe palette. I was trying to pick it up so I could be holding it as I said that, but you know, timing's not great all the time. But I am gonna do my first look here. We're gonna start off nice and slow, at least slow for me, and by slow I mean just something nice and easy. You guys have already seen what it looks like. I have a picture in my mind, but not a reality yet, so let's make that happen. I'm a bit nervous, just based on swatches and stuff, but I think I can do this. I think I'm gonna make it work. With me, it's just one of those things where these huge eyeshadow palettes, it's so overwhelming. There's so much to choose from, but I think I have chosen. So to start off, I'm gonna take a fluffy blending brush. I have color switched this, and I'm gonna go into this color. That is my first big gripe. I hate when they do the plastic, like there's so much room. You could totally print out the names right on here. All right, it's called Punch Me. I'm gonna use Punch Me. I don't watch James Charles, so I have no idea what that's a reference to, but all right, James, punch me good. If you see any little like sparkly remnants, I'm filming my best and worst of beauty for today for November, and I swatched a thing on my eyes so you guys could see it, but I have tried my best to remove that. So with this, I'm just gonna put this in the crease really, but I'm trying to focus it up in the crease. There we go. I was gonna say that color really wasn't showing up as much as I wanted it to, but there we go. I'm just gonna fluff this through. Like I said, I want to do something a little bit more wearable today, so I'm not gonna bring this too high up, but I'm gonna raise it a bit. Yeah, just to add that subtle definition to the eye. Blended really nicely. It's been a minute since I've used a Morphe palette, so it's all coming back to me how these things work. Then I'm just gonna take a concentrated little eye contour brush, and I'm gonna go into the second from the right here, also known as Boutique. I'm just gonna lightly tap into that, tap off my brush, and this I'm just gonna really lightly pat onto the very outer corner of my lid, and then just a little bit into the crease. Again, like I said, I'm trying to go at least semi-wearable today, you know? And semi-wearable, I mean like everyday-ish looking. Yeah, so there you go. Based on my swatches, I feel like these are performing like how I thought they would. It's going on a bit, you know, a bit sheer for sure, but it looks like it can be built up a bit. Ta-da! And with the same fluffy brush from before, I'm gonna go into Miss Mary here. It's not called Miss Mary, it's called Mary, but Miss Mary, so that we know I'm talking about Mary, the name, instead of M-E-R-R-Y, like Merry Christmas. Anyways, I'm just gonna lightly tap into this one. Whoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! There's that kickback. So making sure to tap off the brush, and then this I'm just gonna use to blend that last shade. What was it called? Boutique. And I'm using it to blend that into the Punch Me brown shade in the crease from before. So it just kind of, when three become one. I know the Spice Girls didn't touch on threesomes, but you know, I had to improvise for this situation here. And I'm just kind of using circular / back and forth blendy motions to really blend them all together. Very nice. Then I'm gonna go into Shook. It's this shade third from the right on the second row there, and I'm going to use my finger to just swirl in there. And this I'm gonna put on the outer half-ish of my lid. Just tapping that on. Trying to get a decent concentration of color. This was definitely one of the shades, and a lot of the shimmer shades were this way, but you know, they perform a lot better when you use your finger rather than a brush. Then in with a flat shader brush. I'm gonna go into the cringiest shade name of them all, Pinkity Drinkity. Alright, alright. And this I am going to put on the inside half of the lid, just going up to where we put down Shook, right? That's what it was called. Just, you know, tacking it on a little bit, but don't worry, we're gonna put more on top of it. Just want that so that it'll really help the next shadow shine, which is going to be Sister. Again, I'm just using my finger, which I had cleaned off from the previous shade that I had used with my finger. And this, I'm sure you guessed it, I am putting right on top of Pinkity Drinkity. I'm just blending that in and over the Shook shade. Just makes a nice little gradient. And I love it because isn't that one of the things he said? Or he says? Sister shook? Sister shook? Ha ha ha! Yep. Okay guys. Okay, I'm trying. Then I'm gonna take a pencil brush here into this deep shade. What's it called? Benny? I don't know who Benny is, but Benny, I'ma use you and just kind of very lightly make a little tiny baby kitty cat wing kind of thing there. Do we see what that is? I never really know how to describe this, but it's a little point to add some definition. And you know, you don't have to do this. This is just a little extra that I wanted to do. I was just feeling compelled, so. I'm just taking the fluffy brush from previous. I have nothing on it, but I'm just going to use it to kind of diffuse out the edges of that Benny shade. And to tie it all together, I am going to line my lower lash line with this purple shade called Escape. There it is. And then I'm going to fluff it out with a fluffy brush with Artistry right above it. Then, to really actually finish it off, who am I? I wasn't gonna do an inner corner highlight. Pff, you guys know me better. I'm gonna go in with a mixture of the white shade here and then the cream shade on top. I think this was called Canvas. Yep, and then this is called Flashback. So, just a nice little mixture of the two to give a little matte highlight to the inner corner. This will tie in with the waterline pencil I'm gonna use as well. And here we go, ta-da! Here is the finished look. I think it all came together really nicely. I love doing this kind of a defined definition crease cat wing thing when I'm not feeling like wearing or putting on liquid black liner. I think it's a soft way to do that, but still adds some impact. But you know, it's totally okay for everyday type of wear. I think that all of these colors look really beautiful together. I love mixing cranberries and purples and pinks. I just think it's a perfect combo. As I think you can see, I just went ahead and lined my waterline with a nude pencil liner and then put on a healthy dose of mascara, and that is it. I really do. I think it looks gorgeous. Everything seemed to blend together very nicely. The colors look lovely together, and I think overall it just looks very nice. It's a very nice look if I do say so myself. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to tutorial number 2 here. I've got my idea in mind of what I'm going to be doing for this look, and I have faith in us. Yeah? Faith in me that I can pull this off. I really really hope so. So I'm going to start off by keeping it simple, stupid. I suppose also by zooming you in more so you can see what I'm doing. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. I'm also going to put on my eyeshadow primer. Oh, is this a sign of bad things to come? I hope not. Alright, we got this. Fluffy do we really have this? Fluffy blending brush in Punch Me. And this I am just gonna put in the kind of upper portion of my crease, not too down low like I normally would do it. I'm going a bit more dramatic today because I feel like that's the direction I'm supposed to go with this palette. Yeah, I'm just fluffing this in. We're gonna use this as a, you know, kind of transitory color. So I'm really just laying it down roughly. And then using the same brush, I'm gonna go in with Boutique. And this I'm gonna put down lower, more where I would normally put a crease shade. And I'm just blending that lightly into the Punch Me shade. Then on a brush that I have color switched here, it's just a like thick pencil brush, I guess, I am gonna go into Escape. Really make sure to tap that one off, and this one I'm going to be putting on the outer portion of the crease and then the inner portion. So you're just adding some electricity and prepping for the lid colors to come. Bringing in that purple and prepping for the blue. This you don't have to be too terribly neat with either, and I am just blending whatever excess I have into the center of the crease so that it kind of connects there. And then just to make sure that's all blended together nicely, I'm just going to go back in with the fluffy brush into Punch Me. And just, like I said, very lightly, I'm just dusting that up top of this crease portion just to make sure things are nice and blended. And I'm just going to go in with a My Skin colored concealer, creamy concealer, and we are just going to go ahead, use a flat shader brush to carve out this lid space. Not only is this going to give us a cleaner crease, but it's also going to give a brighter backdrop for the lid colors to stick to. There we go. Now that that is completed, I'm gonna go back in. Now we're doing a lot of back and forth here, but I'm just gonna go back in with, what was it called? Escape, the purple, matte purple. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on the very outermost portion of the lid so that this will kind of reblend into the crease where we had put it down and just, you know, make things a bit more even in this outer portion. Then once that purple is back down and concentrated in there, I am gonna kind of mix Benny and Spooky on this brush. Just kind of an even 50-50 mix. And this I'm going to be putting on the very outermost portion. This is just gonna really deepen it, give some dimension, and smoke it out just that little bit. A little bit, I mean this is a look. And I'm also just gonna be using that to kind of give a nice little tapered flick type of a shape. fluffy flat shader brush and go into this blue color, Acapella. And this I'm just going to be using on, I would say, the inner third-ish of my lid space here. And I'm just tapping this on, trying to be as neat as possible. Just putting it where we had put the concealer. And then the part that I'm super excited about, Swatches did not do this shade justice, you guys. I just color switched this brush and now I'm gonna go into Artistry. I'm not sure how this is gonna do with a brush on my lids. If anything, I'll just end up using my finger. But this we are going to put right in the middle of the lid. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use my finger to really pump this up, but this is such a gorgeous purple shade with blue in it, reflecting. It's just, oh, words cannot describe how much I love this shade. There we go. So this I am putting on the inner portion where there was still concealer left, and then just blending that into the Acapella shade and Escape, right? That's what it was called, the matte purple. Really, I'm just building this up because this color is freaking gorgeous. I wish the camera could pick up all of the dimension that this shade has in it. It is so gorgeous. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, I could just sit here and apply a million layers of this and be so content and happy with my life. I just want to let out all of the cuss words. But I shan't. Don't worry. Family friendly here. I try. Then to start bringing this all together, I'm gonna just take a flat liner brush back into the Spooky shade, mixing that a bit with Benny above. I'm just gonna use this to connect to where we had put this up top. So this will kind of sharpen that bottom portion of this wing that we created with the shadow. Nothing crazy, but you know, just a little something extra there. And then I'm just using that on the outer half of my lower lash line. That just kind of further elongates the eye. Then to really bring this all together, I'm gonna go into Hello here. I don't know, they call this a mini angled fluffy brush, I guess? I will call it a fluffy mini angled brush. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dip this in. And this is the color we are going to be using for our inner corner highlight. And I am also fluffing this on the inner portion of the bottom lash line that we didn't get earlier. Also bringing that up onto the lid just a little bit. Okay, I kind of had a feeling it was going to be not very pigmented, so I'm just going to go in with a dense little detail smudgy brush, pack this on first, and then we'll go ahead and fluff it out. There we go. There she is. And ta-da! Here it is all pulled together, you guys. I just went ahead and put some white liner in my waterline, put on some mascara as well as some falsies, because I feel like these kind of looks just kind of call for falsies sometimes, and I love this look! I am so happy that it all came together. I think it is super fun and playful and electric and vibrant. Certainly not anything that I would wear on the daily, but oh my gosh, for, you know, special occasions or whatever, I think it looks gorgeous. Everything just blends together so beautifully. The colors look lovely together. I'm overall just very impressed. I don't know how many times I can say it, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I cannot stop looking at this eye makeup in the mirror. Oh, it's just giving me all sorts of good feels. So yeah, I hope you guys like it too. Hello everyone, welcome to tutorial number 3 here. Can you tell? I already tried this and I failed, but I refuse to give up, darn it. I'm gonna get this darn cut crease thing, darn it, darn. So, to start off, going in. Code James on a fluffy brush. Where I went wrong before, the angle of it was all wrong for my swooshy. I went more of like a this angle when it should follow the contour of your eye a bit more, because you want this to like be above your crease, but you also want it to follow your crease. Oh, it is all so confusing to someone like me who does not do their makeup this way. But that's okay, like I said. I'ma persevere. We're gonna get this to look amazing. I hope, anyways. Alright, so beginning of the cut crease swoopy has been created. Now, flipping the brush over using this dense pencil brush end. I figure we used code James. I may as well get 10% off, right? That's the idea. So this I am using on the bottom portion of where we did code James. And this is hugging the actual crease of my eye a bit more. This doesn't have to be too clean or anything, but just we're beginning to create the swoop. Whew, much better than before, believe it or not. Yay! Then I'm just flipping my brush back around and I'm using the fluffy side again, dipping it into, what is it, 518? Is that what it's called? I'm really gonna bump up the vibrancy, or not vibrancy, electricity, the brightness. I feel like it makes it very James. I feel like he does these electric-y colors in the crease all the time. Or like these oranges and yellows to fluff it upward. Then I'm taking an angled liner brush and I'm doing a mixture of Boutique and this beans color. What is it? No beans? Yes beans? Beans please? Please beans? And this I am using to really get that cut. This will go like right above where I'm going to be doing the concealer to create the cut crease. But this is just kind of emphasizing that swoopy motion. Just giving it a bit of a harder edge so it's a bit more dramatic. Then to hopefully tie all this together a little more, I've got a fluffy blender brush dipped into Mary, and I'm just very lightly, like barely even touching my skin, putting this on top of where we just did that angled liner and blending that into the fiery orange from before. Alright, now again, well, I say again for me anyways, here filming, I'm going in with a flat shader brush into a concealer, and I'm going to use this to carve out where I want this to be a cut crease. So basically I just use the round part of the brush and dab that right where I want the edge to be, and that just kind of really easily creates a nice crisp edge without much effort, just by dabbing and dragging just a littlest bit. This is going to bring back some of the sharpness from the color that we did with the liner brush. Whew. It's also gonna teach our lungs how to hold in oxygen, because if you're like me, you are definitely holding your breath while doing that. Crease is apparently not enough. I'm going in and following my actual crease. Let this angle Untitled liner brush. Oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Sister scared. Sister send help. Okay, that was really nerve-wracking. Who am I kidding? It's still really nerve-wracking. I just wonder if I have, like, I know people always say they're jealous of my lid space, but sometimes I wonder if I have too much and then it's just like creasy. But basically what I'm doing is I'm shadowing what I did above this to make that second cut crease. I don't know, I just think I look scary. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but I'm just using this, like I said. I also think I used too much concealer because this just does not feel good. Going on top of that, but then I'm dipping into Benny and I'm using this on the outer portion of that thing that we created. That thing. I don't know, friends. It just, this looks crazy. Anyways, now I'm just gonna go into T up here on a fluffier flat shading brush. Really making sure to tap that off, and then I am using this on this outer half, I guess, of the created cut crease, second crease type. Oh my god, you guys are probably gonna be like, Cassie, yeah, we didn't really want a tutorial on this. I'm just playing, people. I'm just, like, I'm not playing with you, I'm playing with my makeup. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I'm just gonna use my finger in this gold shade here. It was called Wig. And I'm just gonna put this on the inner third-ish, I guess. Tapping this on, I'm getting a ton of fallout, but that's okay, we're gonna work with it, it's all gonna be good. Definitely nothing to worry about, right? Nope, nothing, absolutely nothing to be scared about. Then I'm gonna go with a flat brush into So Good, and I'm gonna use this on this inner third, I guess, of my lid. I think that's what it would be considered. That is not showing up. There we go. I was gonna say, this look is gonna be ruined if this isn't showing up a bit more pigmented, but then I'm just also adding that to my inner corner. Done. So because this isn't enough of a look, we're gonna finish things off here with this bright lime green. Haha, Social Blade, of course. And I'm gonna line my lower lash line with this. Then with this same liner brush, I'm gonna go into Playground here. Use this on the outer portion over the lime green of Social Blade. And then with Cape Cod on a fluffy brush, I am just going to fluff those out. I'm just gonna take some glitter because I just don't know at this point. Apparently this isn't enough. I just want to do a little boop in my inner corner. Just a baby boop. Worth it. Totally worth it. And here we have it, folks. Here is the completed look, whatever it ended up being, you know. It's like a kind of rainbowy, kind of not, kind of, I have no idea. I guess this is kind of a true casserole of an eyeshadow look. It's a little bit of everything tossed into one. As you can see, I just went ahead and finished off by putting this gorgeous teal, greeny, blue liner into my waterline, put on some mascara and some falsies, and yeah, that is that. That is the look. Like I said, it's a look. I think, you know, for a first first attempt, I think it's something, you know? I'm not like horrendously embarrassed about it, but I'm not like overtly proud, but I don't know, maybe you guys will feel, well, you're gonna feel one way or another about it, I'm sure, but either way, there's the look. I tried. I just, you know, hope you enjoyed these 3 tutorials from me. Hopefully you got something out of them. If anything, you got a bit of a laugh at this last one. But yeah, this is my complimentary video to my main James Charles Morphe palette review video, so if you want to go ahead and watch that, you can feel free. I'll throw a card up in the corner, and I always have these things linked down below for you, so you can go check that out if you haven't already. Otherwise, just let me know down in the comments below. You can be honest with me. How'd you feel about the looks that I came up with? Do you love them, hate them, anything in between? I just love hearing from you guys. And also you can let me know if you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, maybe, I don't know, by giving me a thumbs up down below. I would really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more content from me in the future. You can become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!